Hey Pisces, this is going to be your reading for the end of March, beginning of April 2017. My name is Dre. Thank you guys so much for watching, for being so supportive, for being positive as well and telling your stories. So inspiring. Well, not inspiring. Well, yeah, inspiring in a way, but it's like, it's very informative. That's the way I meant. It's very informative. And, yeah, if you want a reading, email me. I have a special going on until the end of April, or I might just keep the price. I really don't know. Follow my Twitter. It's all under construction. All this is under construction. I feel like I'm still trying to figure out what I want, like how I want this channel to be, like and how I. Then I have like my actual life, which is whatever. I'm probably doing too much, whatever. But I like doing these for fun. I do these for fun. It's fun for me. It's a good way to like interact with people. At least to sort of help people in a way that I don't do in my normal life. So yeah, thank you guys for being a part of that. I already shuffled the cards, by the way. So the last reading, we were trying to walk towards some sort of like independence or some sort of freedom or some sort of be in a position where we can be for celebration. It's kind of what I was getting. So excuse me, that's kind of what I was getting in that last reading. And I watched back on it and was like, oh, okay, that's like I said my birthday in that reading because I've had a pretty fun birthday. So some of you might have had like a really fun birthday or whatever. But like besides that, there was like a more disturbing was the word that came up. I don't think that's the right word. Like just unnecessary stress. Like for some of you, with somebody in particular, where it's just like, somebody might have been holding you back. We're also probably holding ourselves back a little bit with regards to where we actually... Wow, I did not mean to do a Celtic cross, actually. So let's get this situated correctly. Oh boy, it's just habit. Even though I don't really give myself Celtic cross readings, but anyway. I want to say Aries had that in the exact same spot, the Nine of Pentacles right there. If not Aries, Gemini. So yeah, just trying to become, we're in a position where we need to just be a little bit more grounded, Pisces, like always. That also came out. To where it's, again, we have these dreams, we have these ideas of what our relationship should be and where we should be in our lives, but at the same time, it's going to require a lot of, I'll see it in the reading. I see it in the reading here, so I'll just get to the reading. But it's like putting steps in to make our dreams a reality, or to fully assess something for what it actually is. And again, these are very general readings, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So at the bottom of the deck, we had the moon, or the world in reverse. We have the Four of Swords in reverse. Eight of Cups in reverse. The Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. Knight of Swords. King of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. The Tower reversed. Page of Cups. Strength. The Queen of Swords reversed. On the very first message, I see a family. So some of you might be married to somebody, and I'll see how that plays out. But yeah, I see a family, like two parents and a child, or a son, or like an older daughter, young woman, young man. But again, I'll try to, if that calls to me, but I'll try to be as general as possible, which hasn't been that hard yet with these readings. Okay, so Pisces. Are things coming to an end? Are they? I don't know. You tell me. Because with the world reversed, I'm getting the sense that we want to bring like something new into our lives. We want to start something different. We want to, but it's just like it's not like it's like the universe isn't meeting us halfway. It's like we have to put entirely too much work in than we want to. And so it's like every like little step we take, it's like there's like a million setbacks. So there's like a catch to something, or like things just feel like they're probably not coming very easy right now. Because, and, you know, I don't want to say that now feels like an important time in our lives. I mean, in the main spread, we have three major arcana along with the world outside of it. So it's like there's some changing going on. There's some gears turning at least, or at least that's. I mean, it's unignorable, whatever, with this tower reversed. But yeah, I'll just start. I'll just start from the beginning. So we have this Four of Swords here, next to this Eight of Cups reversed. They're both reversed. It's this feeling of like not really wanting to like let something go, or not really wanting to put yourself out there yet, because it's just like, or at least say what's on your mind, or at least be comfortable about how you want to come across to other people, because I still feel like there's this part of us that's like still like, because it's been tough for everybody in the beginning of the year, these first 3 months of 2017. At least I've gotten the sense, because, you know, with Aries season starting like a few days ago as I'm recording this, it's like the world is ready to like bring all this new energy in. It's like astrologically, of course, and we had that huge stellium in Aries. There's still quite a few planets in Aries right now as I'm recording this. So especially for Pisces, that's just like all systems go sort of, you know, feeling, because, you know, we're the last sign. So like when things start over again, it's more like us having to like be in a position. Sorry if I'm like sounding a little down right now. I'm kind of cold, or I'm kind of sick. So anyway, yeah, my energy is kind of low right now, but excuse me. But it's like we're at this position now where it's like we want to take the reins. We want to start something different. We want to start something new, but it's more like there's still hesitation. There's still like uncertainty. There's caution. Whenever I see the Four of Swords reversed, it's like cautionary energy. It's like it's time for us to like sort of either retreat in a way where it's like we need to like gather more information, gather more facts, or to come to like sort of come out with something. Like we've been in this state of convalescence, or we've been trying to heal ourselves. Like for me, I've been sick this past week. So it's like, you know, some of you could have been sick. Some of you could have like been dealing with like you might have felt isolated from like your friends, or you might have felt isolated from like your lover, because of something that happened in the past, because of something that has been like emotionally draining. People see grieving in the Eight of Cups. It could be that, but it could also be like residual, like depression, anxiety. And it's just like now you're kind of being like, some of you might be forced to be a little bit more active coming into the Aries season. And so you're just like, you're still, what's the word? It's like, I'm thinking the word's like soft and squishy, but it's more like, you don't want to be seen by the world and their prying eyes. You don't, you know, we're still very sensitive. That's the word. It's like very sensitive energy right now. So, oh my God, sorry if it sounds like so jumbled, but I just woke up like 10 minutes ago. But yeah, I'm getting the sense that we're still hypersensitive to like the world around us, and we're still sensitive to like our actual desires. we're still pretty sensitive about how we're supposed to like carry ourselves going forward, what we're supposed to actually do. And this Hermit card here is like just it's really asking us to like, well, it's asking us to assess a lot of things, but I'll get to this real later. But it's more like in order for us to like be a little bit more confident, to have like a little bit more confidence or a little bit, or to be a little bit more, have more certainty or assuredness about whatever direction we're choosing to go. Like with the world reversed, it can be anything. Like we might just be working on like trying to start a family, trying to start a new career, start a new job, fix an existing relationship so it can move on to that next level. It's that sort of energy where whatever old karmic work has been done is ready to be sort of reborn. It's sort of like the judgment card in that regard. Except when it's reversed, it's more like either our plans aren't clear about, either we're unclear, uncertain, unsure about what it is we need to do, or we're more like we're probably more closed off or more resistant to that final step in the process, or we're trying to work through it and it's a heavy process. It's a very karmic energy, so it could be either of those situations. But either way, it's like because it's reversed, the only way to gain true clarity with that is to actually really reassess where we've been emotionally. Have we actually let go of everything that we've been ready to let go of? Because this is also a card of like just being ready to like let it all go. Like any sort of like emotional, like anything we've held on to emotionally that's like hindered us. Like maybe that's probably the reason why we went into hiding, or why we felt like we couldn't really speak up or say what we wanted to, or we just sort of hid ourselves away from the people that we love the most. But it's like, there was a lesson to be gained there. There's still more lessons to be gained here, because we're coming into, we want to bring something better into our lives. The Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is one of the rulers of Pisces. And so we're coming out of this period of not being sure of how to be open, of how to express ourselves. And it's going to be important to analyze what is holding us back so we can reap these benefits, bring in these rewards, and bring in these opportunities that are coming toward us. And, you will have some help either with somebody that wants to help you do this, or you're going to be doing this yourself. This Knight of Swords can be you guys. Any of these core cards can be you guys. I'll just say that. Besides the Page of Cups. Unless you guys have like a small child. But yeah, it's more like it's going to be important. I'm going to pull an extra card for this Wheel of Fortune. But I feel like whatever we're trying to bring in, either somebody's going to help us, or somebody's going to challenge us to do so. Five of Cups reversed. So yeah, more grieving. Like we're trying to come out of this state of just being like eternally disappointed, of being like frightened even. This is also a card of depression and grieving. Wow. So something's like really just been happening with us, like, or with one of you, with somebody in particular. I mean, I sort of had this, but in like a different way. I wouldn't call it grieving. But just incredible like emotional disappointment, just people just not living up to expectations, and then like just drowning in that sorrow. But I feel like times now are changing. I feel like there's like an opening for us. There's an opening for you guys where it's just like you can, it's not the full picture. You don't have the full picture yet, but it's more like you have an idea of where you can take this, like sort of energy, like especially if you unburden yourself from something. If you unburden yourself from anything that you've just been holding on to just relentlessly. I mean, if you haven't, I feel like now would be a great time for you to actually go in and to understand, like, you deserve more. You don't deserve to just be like a victim to your past, a victim to any sort of emotional upset you've undergone, a victim to the things people have said, that have made you feel bad about yourself. You might have felt like you've lacked confidence, or that you've lacked a certain assertiveness, or like you probably don't even really like know yourself in the sense that depending on how old you are, you might have just been sort of following the crowd. especially if you're a younger Pisces, you're sort of following a crowd, ignoring like some sort of personal internal problems. But I feel like going forward, it's just like an opportunity is going to come for you. You're going to be all for it, or you have an obligation, or like somebody's going to offer you something that's just totally going to like, we're still working on this world. It's like we know there's a better opportunity for us, but it's just like I feel like we'll get a slight hint of that. We'll get pieces of that. And with the Wheel of Fortune, as well as with the world, we're working with that energy. We're given like a seed, we're given a blessing, but whether or not it expands is totally dependent upon what we do with it. So I feel like going forward, we're going to be more open to that, or it's going to be critical that you do be more open to it. So with this King of Swords here, I'm going to pull a card for this King of Swords. Some of you might have been like not burned by somebody, but I feel like what somebody said to you just sort of really made you reassess yourself. And it's not what they said, is how they said it. And well, it could have been both. We have the Seven of Wands. So I feel like you were forced to like just really hold your ground, or like somebody's really making you be defensive. Like, okay, if this is a love relationship, totally, like straight up, like this person, I feel like you've sort of walled yourself off from other people because of them, because you're more concerned with dealing with them on a day-to-day basis. You're probably more arguing with them, and it's like they always have the upper hand, but like you're still holding on and trying to defend yourself against what they're saying. But take what they're saying as a clue to what you need to do. Take it as a clue for what you need, about how you need to come across in the future. And I feel like some of you might have taken that time with the Four of Swords reversed, or maybe not, where it's like, or maybe that's what you need to be more, the Hermit is representative of Virgo. So some of you might have a lot of Virgo energy. If not, it's the opposite of Pisces. And I found it very hard to integrate Virgo energy into my life personally, because it's just foreign to me. No offense to Virgos. But it's just like, that's the sort of energy that we need to come into, where it's more like we can't play victim, especially if somebody's bringing up a valid point about how we're acting or about what we're saying. But we also can't be the victim in the sense that we just can't let people just walk all over us. And I see you guys as wanting to come into this energy of wanting to be more assured and more assertive and more defensive in terms of how, and more offensive even, about how you want to come across to somebody close to you. It can be a lover, it can be a family member. I'm not seeing really a majority of either or. Excuse me. But either way, I feel like there's like a lesson there to be learned. It's a lesson for you to just not take it so seriously, or to take it really seriously, and to like really understand what you need to do in order to sort of like get out of this funk. But in the meantime, I do see it as being like a good progression. Excuse me, because either way, I'm seeing us coming into this position where we have to recognize our worth, Pisces. And it's a lot of work, and I see we're getting closer towards that. We're getting closer to where we don't want to actually just play the fool intentionally, because sometimes, well, I can do that. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I can do it on purpose. Just because, like, just go along with somebody and just pretend everything's fine, even though I have problems that I want to say, but it's just like, well, it'd be easier just to not say anything. Because at least when I say things, I can just sort of be rude with it. So sometimes it's better for me not to. But this is also part of that work that we have to do, where we have to understand, what to say, how to say it, and when to say it. Because some things need to be said, and we shouldn't just put ourselves on the back burner just because we want other people to feel happy. And it's going to be important for us to understand that regardless of what we do and regardless of what people say, that we do have, there's a foundation of worth inside all of us, and that's going to be something that you have to fight for. That's going to be something that you have to look for as well, because things are changing. But it's not a change that it's already underway, for one. But it's not something that is totally, it's change that's going to be beneficial. It's total, like, we have to understand that, things aren't always going to be as they are, that, life changes with each coming year, with each passing few years. We're never where we were. And if you are, personally, I think that's something needs to change. I just think change is essential. Nobody likes change, not even me, but it's essential. Because it's surrounded by this Nine of Pentacles and this Page of Cups, it's a change that's like, and again, with these cards here, it's a change that's going to be like moving us forward, moving us to a place that is going to be able to better ourselves. And we're going to learn a lot from this. And it's going to be crucial that we look at this change in every fine detail, that we don't just overlook things or that we just ignore things, but we actually look at it and assess it. And we're gaining wisdom from this. We're gaining wisdom not only from where we've been emotionally, but and how we assert ourselves, and about what we want to bring into our lives, but also about what we have and about what we can give. So I feel like that's going to be a huge, crucial lesson. Like, some of you might be moving, some of you might be like in school, or some of you might just be like in between jobs, or just like your family situation is changing. Like, some people might be moving in and moving out, or you might just be reassess. Like, if you moved in with somebody, you might be reassessing that, or like your dating life has changed significantly to where you and somebody else are probably talking about getting engaged, but it's like long term. It's just plans for now, but it's like you're preparing yourself. Again, we're putting in the seeds, or we're receiving the seeds, so we can just bring this something positive into our lives, coming forward. But if we want to do that, we have to just not be resistant to change. We have to sort of really go with the flow, Pisces. We can't simply just rest on our laurels. We have to really work with this energy. And again, with this Page of Cups, it's just reinforcing that we have to do this with some positivity, with some optimism, with some, and it pairs well with this Wheel of Fortune, and it sort of like takes the blow out of this Tower, in reverse. And so going forward, we have the Strength card, which also came out with the Queen of Swords. So I think I gave myself a reading, and the Queen of Swords came out reversed, and I saw it more as like, not fighting yourself. Somebody around you, like if you know an air sign. Again, I don't really, I'm getting into a position where I don't really see the signs in these specific cards. But again, if we're dealing with a Knight of Swords or a King of Swords or a Queen of Swords, air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, or somebody that really has those characteristics where they might be a little bit brash and talkative, but they make a point. They're pretty smart. Same thing with this, except they're more mature, they're more wise, they have more history behind them. Or some of you just might be dealing with the Queen of Swords in general, where it's just like it's just catty, unpleasant, unfocused energy. It's manipulative energy. It's somebody that knows they can get one over on you. Mature woman or man, where there is just more like they know how to set a trap for you to fall into, I guess. It's that sort of energy where, they use all of their resources at their disposal to just sort of make a fool out of you. And if that's not anybody else, it's us. It's us Pisces, where we're just hemming ourselves in for no reason. We're fighting against ourselves. We're mean talking ourselves. We're thinking negative attitudes. We're doing negative self-talk. And it's going to be so crucial for us and so important for us to understand that we just cannot talk to ourselves that way. Not only ourselves, but other people. We can't, in Pisces, we're sweet, but, we can also be, I can be, let me not throw y'all in there, but I can be sometimes just a little bit rude, to myself and to other people, just my own biggest critic, and just be overly critical of other people for no reason. So it's just like we have to, like, just really chill out and just sort of understand our own inherent worth. This whole bottom row is more like, a lot of shit's going down, a lot of shit's changing. Some of it we're bringing in, we want to bring in, whether it's love, whether it's friendship, whether it's just something that's going to help us like see. It could be the change of the seasons. That's just really just changing our perspective on things. We're just like, okay, we're having fun now or something. The sun's out again, so we can actually go out and do something. But I'm seeing within all of that we can't lose track of our focus, Pisces. Because there are a lot of things that are calling to our attention, dealing with ourselves, dealing with other people, dealing with any sort of future ideas. that's underway. And it's just like, we just have to stay on top of that. We can't allow ourselves to just be taken by the ocean water. We have to set up our own little station, our own little foundation, and work with the changes that are going on around us while fixing ourselves in the process. So yeah, very nice reading, Pisces. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, do your thing. Again, email me if you want a reading. And also, I told Gemini this. I named my channel Wavy Teeth for people that ask, because my teeth are wavy. They're like sort of jagged because I eat a lot of sweets. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thought I had to mention that. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.